Hello all, welcome to this new series on Python programming. In this session, we will see what is Python and how to get started. Let's go! Now, what's covered in this session? First, we will look at what is Python and why do I need to learn it in the first place. Then we will look at how to get started, like how to download and install Python and do the initial setup. Once that is done, then we will look at PyCharm, which is a very powerful software used for coding. Finally, we will write a small hello world program. If you are familiar and done with any of the above, feel free to skip to your interested chapters. Python is a high-level programming language like Java, C Sharp, etc. But why do I need to learn it? Because it's simple to learn, yet very powerful like other languages. And it's widely used in many industries like automation, big data, data science, AI, ML, robotics, etc. It has a huge collection of libraries and a large open source community too. And most importantly, it has a lot of job opportunities in the market. Now, let's go and download Python. So I'm using a Mac, so I'm going to use Safari to go and download Python first. So I'm going to Safari and let me go to python.org. You can see this, right? So I will go to that. So once I go over here, I just need to go to the download section and you see it shows Python 3.11.4, which is the latest version available for Mac OS. So I will click on it and I will click on allow and you see it has started downloading here. So once it is downloaded, all I have to do is just go and install it. So I'll just click on it and it's over here. Just need to start doing the installation. So you have the installation wizard here. You just need to follow these steps, whatever it shows, like just agree to this, just continue, agree, and where do you want to install this, right? So it's going to install in this hard disk, or if I want to do some customization, I can see what I want to install or what I don't want to install, right? I can choose, right? I can click on install and it's going to ask me for my password. Let me enter my password here. It's asking for the permission, right? So let me give OK. And about a minute, it should be done shortly. So once it is installed, right, we can directly go and we can start using Python. We can write some code and we can do stuff, right? See here, Python is installed now. So I can directly go and start using Python now. That's it. So now that we have installed Python, now go and check like whether the Python installation is properly done, whether how to see, right, where it is installed. Let's go and check all that out. And how to do that? First, in your Mac, go to the terminal and simply type Python 3 version, and it should tell you the version of Python installed. All right, but where is it located? You can type which Python 3, right? It shows a location where Python is present, right? But actually where it is installed is, you can go to cd user local bin, right, and do an ls, and you will see Python here, right? So this is where actually Python is present, right? The location that you see above is basically a link to this location where Python is installed. So now you have Python installed in your Mac. Now how to use it, right? So all you have to do is simply type Python. If you want to directly use it from the terminal, simply type Python 3, right, and press enter. Now you are into the Python console, right? Now you can directly start writing some code, right? Some simple stuff. A equal to 1, B equal to 5. Then what is A plus B? it tells you, right, 6. It's like every single command that you type, Python has taken it, it has executed it, and it gives you the results immediately, because Python is a interpreted language. It interprets every single command that you give, and it gives you the results immediately, right? But with this, can you write large programs with a lot of logic and stuff like that? No, it's not possible, because it's going to be very, very difficult, right? That is where you will need a editor, basically a code editor, right? There are a lot of code editors available in the market. You have VS Code, you have PyCharm, right? So if you go to Safari and simply type like popular Python code editors, right? You just do a simple Google search, you will see a lot of things coming up. Okay, so you can pick and choose like which one is comfortable for you, but the most popular ones are like VS Code and PyCharm, right? VS Code is very simple to use, whereas PyCharm is very powerful, right? So PyCharm comes with all the bells and whistles, all the features, everything in one package. So now let's go and download PyCharm, right? So just type PyCharm and it will directly take you to the URL. And then how do you want to, which version you want to download? If you want to pay for it, you can go for the professional version, but you will get a 30-day trial for free, right? But after that it's paid. Or there is a free version. You can simply choose the community version and you can download it, right? Which works best for most cases, right? You don't have to buy a professional version. So simply click on the download, click on allow. That's it, the download is started, right? So once the download is done, you just have to install it. Just like how we install Python, we have to install PyCharm. That's all. So it will be done in another 5 seconds maybe. Alright, so it is done, right? All it asks us to do is like simply drag it to the applications folder. I will just simply drag it to the application folder and I will keep, right? I already have a PyCharm installed my application folder, so it's asked me whether if I want to keep both or I want to replace it, right? So depending on what I want to do, I can choose to do it, right? So now let's say I have installed Python. All I have to do is just go to the app launcher and you will see PyCharm. Just click on PyCharm. Yeah, just agree to these terms. Don't send or whatever. Alright, so you're all set. So you have PyCharm. So now you can start creating your first project. Once you open PyCharm, right? So to create a new project, you just have to click on the new project and you can create your new project directly from here, where you just need to provide your path where you want to get your project created, right? So I've just given Python project. That's the default name where it shows. All right. And then PyCharm will ask whether you want to create a new virtual environment. Okay. Virtual environment is something where Python will give you an ability to clone your existing Python, which is installed in this path, right? You can create a clone of that Python and then you can install your dependencies or libraries, whatever you are going to do for your project. You can keep it within that environment so that it doesn't disturb other projects that you will be working on in your machine. So now I want to create a new virtual environment, but where do I create it, right? So I will create something like this, my Python env. Okay, and I will choose inherit global site packages, make it available to all projects, so that when I work on some new projects, this virtual environment will be accessible for that project as well. And I will click on the create button. As soon as I clicked on the create button, now PyCharm has created the project for me and it is pointing to the my Python environment, which is basically the Python 3.1 version it has. But where do I go and see it? If you go to your Finder, okay, and click on your home, you'll be able to see the My Python environment here, and you can go into that and you'll be able to see the Python executables and dependencies and stuff like that. Okay, so this is your Python installation directory from now on, because you have created a virtual environment. Now with that virtual environment created, now we can directly go and we can run it, right? There is a sample script also given by PyCharm for us to work on, right? Let me maximize my window and I can directly go ahead and run this. But how do I run my program, right? What is this PyCharm all about? On the left pane, you see your project explorer where it shows your folder, and below that it shows main.py, which is nothing but a Python script, a sample script created by PyCharm for you, where you can go and you can just look at it, how it has written it, and we will see, like as we progress, we will see what is this all about and how to write code. But on the left side, you will see like a project explorer where you can have multiple folders and Python files and scripts and stuff like that. On the center pane, the main area, this is the coding area, the code editor where you can write your code. On the top side, you will see your toolbar where you will have your run configuration, and you will see a run button, a debug button, right? Few buttons will be there. And on the bottom side, you will see version control. Like if you want to maintain a version control like a Git or something like that, you can use the version control. So, and you have a terminal, like whatever you have in Mac, similar to that, you will have a terminal within PyCharm which you can directly use, directly access. Everything will work just like how it works in the Mac terminal. And you have Python console as well. So just like how you accessed the terminal in your Python in your terminal, you can directly access the Python console within PyCharm as well. So PyCharm comes with all these features, right? So with enough said, let's just go and directly run whatever this program is given by PyCharm to us. It's a sample program. It has already written it for us. So to run it, I'll just click on this run button. Okay. And it says, hi, PyCharm, right? So it works, right? It ran and we got the result as well. So now let me go and create a hello world program, right? I will simply right click on this project folder, new, and new Python file. I will type hello world program, and you see the program is created. It's an empty file. There is nothing in it, right? Now we can go and we can write our own code. So what do I want to do? I just want my program to say hello world, right? So I will use the print function, print hello world. That's it. Just save your program. You can use command S in Mac and control S in Windows, right? Just save your program and run it. Okay, so what happened? It says hi PyCharm. But why is that, right? It's because you have multiple Python scripts and your run manager is current configuration is currently pointing to the main.py file, but you wanted to run the hello world program.py, right? How do you do that? Right click and choose run. It will immediately run this program, and you can right click on this side too, on the project explorer too, and you can run it from here too, right? Or you can directly go to the drop down and you can edit this configuration. And you can choose whichever programs you want to run, and it will be able to run it. Okay. So there are a lot of options available in PyCharm, which will give you all the control you need to do your coding, change a lot of settings, and run in the way you want. So hope you liked the video. Thank you.